Hole 13 at 241 yards is the longest par 3 on the entire course. The ideal shot is a gentle right to left shape that works the ball back toward the center of the green and avoids the sand traps. With a long iron or hybrid typically in hand, solid contact and proper trajectory are essential to reach the target. Fortunately, the green at the 13th is one of the largest on the course, providing a bit more margin for error than most holes at the Oaks course. But distance control still matters. The expansive putting surface features subtle movement, and shots finishing far from the hole can leave lengthy putts across the large green. Find the putting surface and you've done the hard work. Hole 14 is the shortest par 5, and at 553 yards, it presents one of the best scoring opportunities on the back nine. From the tee, the hole feels more generous than many others on the course. The fairway is relatively wide, inviting players to swing aggressively and position the ball for a chance to attack. With a solid drive, most of the field will be thinking about reaching the green in 2. The distance makes it very achievable, and this is a hole where players know they need to take advantage when the opportunity presents itself. But even here, positioning still matters. For players who choose to lay up or who cannot reach in 2, the placement of the second shot becomes critical. The ideal layup favors the left side of the fairway, opening the best angle into the green. Shots drifting to the right bring a fairway bunker into play, and from that stand, controlling the third shot becomes difficult. For those attacking the green in 2, the key is a well-struck second shot that finishes in the correct section of the putting surface, setting up a realistic eagle or birdie opportunity. Hole 14 is one of the rare holes on the Oaks course where aggression is often rewarded. Hole 15 marks the start of the final stretch on TPC San Antonio's Oaks course. At 464 yards, this demanding par 4 immediately places the emphasis on the tee shot. Finding the fairway is essential. The primary trouble off the tee sits on the right side, where a fairway bunker waits to catch drives that drift too far from the ideal line. Avoid that bunker, and players are rewarded with a clear look into the green. A solid drive typically leads a mid to short iron approach, but the target is far from simple. The green at the 15th is relatively small and surrounded by bunkers. Adding to the challenge is a cross bunker positioned roughly 40 yards short of the green, which plays a clever visual trick. From the fairway, it makes the green appear closer than it truly is, often tempting players to come up short with their approach. Players who judge the distance correctly and find the putting surface are usually rewarded with a realistic birdie opportunity, as the green tends to funnel well-struck shots towards the hole. But this hole is not about chasing birdie. At this stage of the round, making par is an excellent result and the first step towards navigating the demanding finish that awaits. Hole 16 may measure just 183 yards, but it is one of the most unique par 3s on the entire course. The defining feature of this hole is the remarkable green complex. The putting surface is divided by a central bunker that cuts through the middle of the green, creating 3 distinct target sections. The green is also framed by bunkers, adding to the visual drama and emphasizing the importance of accuracy. The hole also features several tee locations that provide different yardages and different angles into the green, which can dramatically change the hole depending on the day's setup. The key here is finding the correct section of the putting surface. Hit the proper level, and players often find themselves with a very makeable birdie opportunity. But miss on the wrong side of the central bunker, and players may face long putts across separated sections of the green or delicate recoveries to reach the correct level. Hole 17 is a risk-reward opportunity just before the demanding closing hole. At 347 yards, this short par 4 invites aggressive play. For many players, the thought immediately turns to driving the green, especially with the hole playing from a slightly elevated tee. The landing area off the tee is the widest and most generous fairway on the entire course, encouraging players to take on the aggressive line. Around the putting surface, large bunkers and significant slopes provide the primary defense. Miss in the wrong place, and even this short hole can become surprisingly tricky. But when played well, hole 17 is exactly what players hope for late in the round. A true scoring opportunity where aggressive play can be rewarded. On this hole, birdies should be plentiful, and players will be looking to take advantage before heading to the challenging final hole. The final hole delivers a fitting conclusion to the round. A long uphill par 5 that combines strategy, precision, and the final opportunity for heroics. At 591 yards, the hole climbs steadily towards the clubhouse, demanding well-executed shots to set up a realistic birdie chance. The challenge begins on the tee. The fairway slopes from right to left, so the ideal drive is a left-to-right shot shape that holds its line and stays in the short grass. Drives that fail to work against the slope can easily tumble into the rough, making the second shot far more difficult. After the tee shot, positioning becomes critical. Players typically favor the right side of the fairway, carefully navigating between the natural contours of the hole and avoiding the creek that cuts down through the middle. From there, the hole sets up a classic closing approach. The third shot is played uphill with a short iron into a green that is divided into 3 distinct levels, demanding precise distance control. The target is further protected by the creek and multiple bunkers, creating a dramatic final approach. Find the correct section of the green, and players may give themselves a real final chance at birdie and the opportunity to win the Valero Texas Open.